Hey guys, I'm Allison. I'm the Pampered Wife. It has been a minute or quite a few months, but I have so many empties and declutters that I've got to share them with you. I am one of those people, I can't waste things. I have to give them away or at least share the information. Today I'm just gonna cover makeup that I'm decluttering and I'll go through it and tell you why. So first, I've got just a sample of the Ciele primer. I don't use primers, so I'm also giving away the Voss Perfecting Potion Illuminating Primer. I've actually tried this and used it on my eyes. It was fine. I'd rather just go with an eye primer. And then I've got the Juice Beauty Phytopigments Illuminating Primer base. Can't tell if it switches to another language or I just can't read it because I've reached that age. I'm not even sure I've opened this. Again, I just don't use primers. What I use as primers is sunscreen, and if it's evening, I just use a moisturizer. A primer is just to prep the face, prime the face, make it smooth, and to allow makeup to sit nicely on top of it. It should help your makeup wear longer as well. This for me is just an extra step that I've never found myself willing to do, so I'm gonna give these away. This one is another primer. This is the Beauty Pie All-in Wonder Illuminating Primer. It's just a primer. I actually purchased this one. Well, I've purchased everything, but sometimes something came as like a free sample or used my Credo points to buy it, so I didn't feel like I bought it with actual money. But this one I did. I went on Beauty Pie and I bought it myself. This pump top, it's an airless pump. Just gonna put the teeniest bit back here. It is tinted. It does have a scent. Ooh. It smells like in between a scent that's supposed to be nice and a cleaning formula. But yes, it is a nice smoothing primer that is glowy. It's definitely glowy. I thought I might wear this just over a sunscreen as a skin perfector, but I hope you can, I feel like you can't, there you go. It's shimmer, like it is like a highlighter. So it definitely is illuminating, and maybe that's what these primers are. I didn't open the other ones and put them on, but that's not what I'm looking for. And it almost feels oily or greasy, maybe because I haven't used it in so long and I needed to shake it, but I'm just not using it and will not use it, so it might as well go to a good home, hopefully. This isn't makeup, but I found it in here. This is a Forces of Nature Headache Rollerball Applicator, and I can't read what it says. I must have bought this at some point. I am a believer in homeopathic products as well as essential oils, not just believer in essential oils. I mean, we know they do things like calm you or help you breathe better if it's, say, a eucalyptus, but I'm allergic to eucalyptus. This does not have eucalyptus. But my point being, I'm allergic to a lot of essential oils, and even though I do get headaches and this could be beneficial, I'm just too scared to use it now because as the years have gone on, I've become more and more sensitive to essential oils. I seem to do better with synthetic scents. Not that I'm getting a synthetic scent, but this is going. Hopefully can help someone with their headaches. Let's talk about the monster in the room. My hair is quite frizzy. It's actually a little bit humid here in Denver today. And if I take the time to get where I feel presentable to you guys, I'll just never film again. That's not why I haven't filmed. Oh, but also I had a little skin cancer spot removed. I've got 2 stitches, so I put a Band-Aid on. But also, I don't think you want to look at the stitches on my face while I'm talking. So that is what's going on here. All right, another one I'm getting rid of. This is actually a brow pomade. This is the Lawless Hold Up Soft Set Creamy Brow. And the reason I'm getting rid of this is because of the shade. I have the shade light medium. I thought it only came in one shade for a long time, and I could be wrong about that. But when I wear this, it makes my eyebrows look almost gray. I will show you the tint. You can see it on there. It is a light, more like a taupe, and it's just too light for my brows. It is a pomade. It's a waxy, sort of soft waxy formula, and I really enjoy the formula. It does deposit some color, it gives a bit of hold, but mostly it adds body. It's just the wrong shade for me, and hopefully it's still good enough that someone could use it and enjoy it. Oh, this isn't one I'm giving away. This is a declutter. This is the Ciele Color Haze MultiUse Pigment. I've got the shade Before Today. This is actually a product that I love that I want to repurchase. It's years old, and even though it doesn't smell funny or seem funny, I need to declutter it. It's a squeezy tube. It has this metal tip applicator. It's almost a moussey formula. I just rubbed it in a little. It's really easy to shear out and rub in. I think that's the angle of the light. It didn't actually create any area where it was pigmented more than another. But when I hold it close, okay, there we go. It's a beautiful product. It really looks like watercolor painting on the cheeks, blends in nicely and easily, and then it does dry down. I don't think it gives too much of a sheen or dewy appearance, which I also love about it. So many of these products are so dewy. And just to compare the backs of my hands so you can see how shiny or dewy it is, it's not. I wouldn't call it matte. It's just a skin-like finish. It comes in multiple shades. I actually went to purchase a different shade. They didn't have it, and I bought this one instead, and I've loved it, so I'll be curious to see if I buy the same shade or a different shade. I really only use it on my cheeks because on my lips it's kind of drying, and I don't like anything pink near my eyes. I don't think that's flattering on me. But this is one that I never hear talked about. Of course, it's not new at all, but it's really great. Well, this is another empty. This is the Root, it's just the Root Pretty Bronze Mineral Powder with titanium dioxide, iron oxide, mica, and zinc oxide. Excuse me, zinc oxide. I believe those are all the ingredients. I've had this for years, but since it's a powder, I didn't feel like it was going bad, and I've used it all up. There's a little still left in there. I don't even know if you can see it. The very bottom, I need to pry the top open and get in there with my brush to use it. But it's a twist top. It's a plastic component, Root Pretty. If they're still around, I believe they switched everything to glass, but I don't know that they could have done these types of tops in a component that's glass. I'll link it below. Anyway, this is a fantastic bronzer. I've used it for years. I love the shade. It's a little rosy or pinkish, which is what my skin naturally does when I get sun, is it pinks up a little bit. It is a powder, dump it in the top, and then would swirl my brush in here, as you can see. It actually, I found, smoothed my skin over. I felt like it did some blurring. I use different types of brushes, sometimes densely packed that I would then just pat in and then buff around a little bit. That's probably the best finish I would get. But I highly recommend this product. It's very inexpensive. Root's a wonderful company if they're still around. And the shade bronze was perfect for me. This is a hair product. This is the Act and Acre Microbiome Cooling Scalp Serum. I've used it once. I get an itchy scalp. You know, I live in a dry climate. It's not actually dandruff. It's just like dry, itchy skin sometimes. And the problem with this is, let me see if it says what's in it. The problem for me with this product is the scent. Whatever's in here, I'm allergic to. It could be eucalyptus, it could be spearmint, although I don't think I'm allergic to spearmint, but I hate the scent. And it made me sneeze, and my pillow ended up smelling like it. I smell it the whole time it's in my hair. It's a pipette. You use, you know, a whole dropper full on your scalp, rub it in, leave it in. You can do it on dry hair. It's just to help with dandruff and itchiness, and I hate the way it smells. It's formulated to instantly soothe dry scalp itch and reduce loose dandruff flakes while ensuring a healthy scalp microbiome, ideal for all skin types. It does have peppermint oil, which typically doesn't bother me. Maybe it's the frankincense blend, because it also has ginger, grape, and frankincense blend, and maybe that's what I don't like. I don't know. Can't stand the scent. This has to go. This is the RMS Uncover-Up Powder. Unpowder. I believe it's just cornstarch. I don't really know. It's super finely milled. It does not leave a white cast to speak of, depending on how much you use. It doesn't have a scent or anything. This is, did I say the original powder that RMS had? They recently came out with some new powders that I've heard are fabulous. This is for oily skin. It is way too drying for my skin type, and I just find I can't use it. The only place I like to powder on my face is under my eyes, which I did not do today, around here, the marionette lines, so that they aren't so pronounced, that the light isn't drawn to them, again, which I did not do today. This, it makes me look dried out and wrinkled under my eyes. It's just not flattering on me. It is too drying, so that is going. I'm wiping this off to hope hopefully improve the appearance for you guys, although I don't know that it matters. I have the original Ritual Defee, the trial formula for their 3-drop serum foundation. I do have the 3-drop serum foundation and I love it. This was the Luminous Elixir 3-drop foundation. Like I said, it was the trial, and I have the shade Metis, light to medium, sandy undertones, lab sample release. Nothing's wrong with it. It's a little bit more like oily than the current formula, and it's also a little more minerally. Like I almost could feel the texture when I was rubbing it on my skin. It's also much more fragranced. Maybe it's frankincense, another frankincense. The formula itself is really nice. I have no complaints. Sorry, again, I'm wiping it off. The formula itself has, yeah, like I said, I have no complaints about the formula itself. It's really lovely. Someone should be able to use it and enjoy it if they are similar to my skin tone, but it's far too fragranced, and I have the current formula that they ultimately released, so I do not feel the need to hold on to this one. This is a product that I love. This is by Ciele. It is, everything in the Ciele line is SPF, and this is a bronzing stick. It's called Sculpt and Protect SPF 30 Sculpting Stick. It is a mineral SPF, and the problem for me is this is way too golden. It's got too much yellow, and I just always look dirty whenever I use it. It's not a good look, but I love that it has sun protection. The component's fine, it's plastic, it wears nicely, all the things. It's not too shimmery. It's just too golden, too brown, too yellow, and it's just not a good shade for my skin. I'm also giving away the Clover foundation that I got. This is a more full coverage foundation. I've got the shade 5. This is called Skin is In Serum Foundation. It's made by Clove & Hallow, who closed to focus on a more affordable clean beauty line that's called Clover. Nothing wrong with it. I probably need to shake it because I haven't used it for so long. But like I said, it's more full coverage. It's more of a matte finish, or it is a matte finish. I haven't used it in so long. Let's see. Yeah, no scent. Here it is. It's a nice match for me, but it's just too full coverage. I never reach for it. It does dry down matte. We'll see on the back of my hand. Maybe I shouldn't have shown you the Ritual Defee as well. You do need to shake this one. You don't need to shake the current Ritual Defee foundation, but the lab release you do. That's a bit watery. I probably needed to shake it more. But yeah, I smell it. It's not a bad scent. It's just too fragrance for me. So this is the Ritual Defee, and this is the Clover. The Clover was really nice. You can always sheer out a full coverage foundation by adding a lotion or an oil to it, depending on the formulation. I have enough that I love, so I don't need to keep one that I don't care for. This is a highlighter stick, I believe. It's called Shine On Stick. It's by Kavos as well. It's called a shimmer stick. I have the shade Sparkling Rosé, and oh yeah, I forgot. This broke off. But I don't think that means it's bad. So I will show you this. It's a corally shade that I have never ever reached for and never will. Hopefully you can see that. Not a good shade for me. It's definitely not gonna work as a highlighter. I'm not using it on my eyes. I'm just not using it, so bye-bye. By the way, if you've tried any of the products or use any of the products that I'm giving away, will you let us know in the comments? Because we'd love to know if they're good. I mean, I'm giving them away because they don't work for me, not because they're bad products. All right, we just have a few more products that I can go through today. That's my dog chewing a bone because I have some things going on in the background and it's gonna get loud. So I also have this trial foundation or sample foundation from Kosas. Kosas Revealer Skin Improving Foundation, Broad Spectrum SPF 25. I really liked this. Kosas has a very mild scent to it. You can guess that I'm allergic to it. So that's going. I wanted to try some things from the Sephora collection because I've heard great things about it. It's reasonably priced, readily available, lots of fun stuff. This just wasn't what I was expecting. This is an eyeshadow. It is a plastic component that you lift the top. Okay, well, it's refillable. And this is the shade 103 something. So I'm just gonna, I don't know that it's meant to be refillable. All right, well, darn it. First light. I'm just gonna use my finger. There it is. It's really shimmery. You cannot, there you see some of the reflect, and it comes off really gold on my skin. I feel like maybe I didn't get any of the gold in this. Yeah, there it is. Hopefully you can see it is more golden on my hand there. And it's just too bright. Not really what I would wear these days, but it's still fun, and it's a nice formula. Here you can see how smoothing it can be. I'm just not gonna wear it. This is another one that I just never wear. Seems like I'm getting rid of a lot of K-Boss, which apparently I am. I actually really like these. I just never reach for them, and most of it has to do with the shade. It's a highlighter palette. There's a gold and sort of pinky, and then this neutral beige. And they are really pretty. You can see I used the gold, I believe, as an eyeshadow. I've used this as a blush topper, and this is a highlighter. I just am right now like really into the Victoria Beckham highlighter, the cream highlighters. Finally for today, I've got this Kjaer Weis blush palette. It's got 3 shades in it. I'll tell you the names: Effervescent, Happy, and Flourish. This is way too gold. These are just kind of too saturated for me, and I wonder, looking at the oil, I think they're still okay. I love the Kjaer Weis formulas. Interesting, this one feels so dry compared to the other two, and I feel like this is what the formula should feel like. Here are the shades on my fingers. I love the middle pink. Well, the middle pink in here, I believe it's Happy. But here's the highlighter, hopefully you could see that. Wow, the Happy really just blended out into nothing. It's right here. So that is it for now. That is my current declutter. I actually have a box this big that I'm either empties or decluttering, and so I will get to that as soon as I can. Pluto is now back in Capricorn, and that seems to be when I like to be on YouTube. It's only going to be here through November, and then it goes back into Aquarius, which is my rising sign. I think I mentioned in the past I've gotten into astrology. And that's where I spend a lot of my time these days. Anyway, I hope this was useful to you guys. I hope you're all doing well. And as always, I hope you find some time to pamper yourself today. Bye.